Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charleston, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys that we definitely want you guys to stick around for. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, I know we took off a couple of days on the channel here, but we're finally back today on a Monday. We got a lot of interesting things that we want to get into, and one of them has to be about, Patrick Beverley and the Lakers. Now, as y'all know, Patrick Beverley was a former Laker, right? And if you know anything about Patrick Beverley, number one, he's very confident. He tells it like it is. He has no fear whatsoever. And this was exhibited when he initially signed with the Lakers, when the reporter asked him, he goes, "Oh, so Pat, what does it feel like to be playing with LeBron and AD?" Pat goes, "They playing with me. I made it to the playoffs. They didn't." So when Patrick Beverley said that, man, you just knew that it was going to be a pretty interesting union between Pat Bev and and the Los Angeles Lakers. And as a matter of fact, that's exactly what it was. And at that time, those comments that he made kind of rubbed some people the wrong way, right? Especially people like Nick Wright and others. They didn't really like that. They thought that was highly disrespectful. Now, to me, it must be the confidence an NBA player has within themselves and their ability to, solve problems on the court. Because looking at that roster at that time, I just didn't really see how this was supposed to be a good team. But nevertheless, these guys believed it internally. Same thing with Russell Westbrook. He said, I think at a certain point, he believed that team was still a very good team. So anyway, what happens? The trade deadline comes around. The Lakers are not playing well, and they end up trading Patrick Beverley, or initially that's what we thought. We later come to find out that Patrick Beverley, on his show, on his podcast, actually put in a request to be traded away from the Lakers. And he kind of alluded to it on his show, where he was like, there was a lot of internal drama going on in there, and he said a lot of it was it had nothing to do with basketball, which made a lot of us out in the public begin to speculate and say, okay, but what is he talking about? Could it be, if it's not about basketball, does it have to do with some of the interpersonal relationships between players, maybe between the general manager and players? Are there things that the public at large isn't privy to, right? So we know all of that. Then we looked at the NBA schedule, and I guess Patrick Beverley, who's a Chicago Bulls, who's a Chicago native, saw that the Lakers are going to be a team that they're going to be playing back to back. Now, as y'all know, the Chicago Bulls are also in the playoff hunt. They're the number 10th seed in the Eastern Conference, and they have a very similar record to that of the Los Angeles Lakers. So going into that matchup, Patrick Beverley basically said that he was going to basically knock the Lakers, or help knock the Lakers out of the playoffs and the play-in, basically destroy their playoff chances, right? And when this comment was brought to the attention of Laker forward Anthony Davis, basically what he said was, Patrick Beverley can basically, he can try. Right, he can try, but given the way that the Lakers were playing, the Lakers seem to have found some type of continuity with the various units that they had on the court. I think AD was very, very confident in his ability to basically stop Patrick Beverley from doing that. But then, of course, the Lakers played the Chicago Bulls yesterday, and of course they started to beat the hell out of them. And at one point, Patrick Beverley decided to taunt LeBron. But before we get into this taunt, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards, only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's a sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let's get into this Patrick Beverley taunt. The Chicago Bulls are beating the Lakers like a drum, basically. They beating the hell out of them. And it gets to one point where Patrick Beverley is, I think he was driving to the basket, and I think LeBron was his man. And he kind of reverse pivoted and he spun around and kind of did it like a hook shot or like a push shot. It wasn't a teardrop. It's like a push shot over LeBron, and he scores the basket. He then scores the basket. And then he starts doing the, you too little. You too little. We got a mouse in the house, right? That's what Kobe used to say. We got a mouse in the house, right? And he starts going up the court, and then he sees Shannon Sharpe on the other side, and he walks up to him. He's like, yo, buddy, your team stinks. And he's putting up, your team stinks. And Shannon Sharpe, he just kind of tried to laugh it off. You could tell he was a little bit butthurt by it because he laughing, but he kind of feeling that crunch a little bit. And then people started talking about it and reacting to it in the media. And I'm sure today on Undisputed, Shannon Sharpe and these guys are definitely going to react to what Patrick Beverley said. Of course, Skip Bayless took it upon himself to basically comment on it from Twitter because he's always ready to troll LeBron in whatever moment he has. So actually, before producing this particular show here, we put up a poll on our channel, right? Basically asking them if they, what they felt about Patrick Beverley doing that in terms of did he cross the line or not. And basically what the poll said was Patrick Beverley out of bounds for taunting LeBron James? Out of 6,400 people that have voted in about 2 hours, 88% said it's just basketball, and 12% said it is disrespectful. Now, to me, I think it's just basketball. But yo, son, I gotta ask the question, B. There's a lot of talk going on right now in sports media about some comments that Mario Chalmers had to make about cats not being afraid of LeBron and all of that. Bro, you can't have Draymond Green and Tristan Thompson out there coming to LeBron's support talking about, yo, son, how could you say that? This is your former teammate, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at Draymond, I'm like, yo, but that's not your teammate. Okay, I can understand Tristan Thompson defending him, but that's not your teammate. Why are you mad? Hey, yo, bro, what's going on? I thought you on the Warriors. Why are you mad? Why are you commenting on what's happening with other teams? Some people say he's a media member. All right. Last time I checked, he was a Golden State Warrior. At least that's what a lot of us believe. But anyway, a lot of people kind of felt a type of way about people saying that players don't really fear LeBron. But that was kind of disrespectful. It was kind of disrespectful. And I think Pat Bev knew that he could do it. He could do that with LeBron, right? I think he knew. Now, do I think that he specifically chose LeBron and isolated him out of other NBA players? No, because I've seen him do that to other players, but I don't see him trying that with like a Jordan or something. You're not going to do that, man. Come on. You're going to look like a damn fool, right? You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that, especially knowing that you're going to be facing him, that you're going to be facing that team again, I think, in the same week. So to me, I thought that was hilarious. I'm sure Shannon Sharpe and these guys are going to be pretty pissed off about it, but hey, that's just basketball, and that's just Patrick Beverley. Whatever y'all think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you on the next show.